Hey guys, James here from eBassGuitar. Today's lesson is all about ramping up your speed and your technique. To do that, I'm going to hand over to top eBassGuitar coach Freddie Draper, who's going to take you through a really cool technique called disco doubles. I'll let him crack on.
Hey everybody, it's Freddie here from eBassGuitar, and in today's lesson I want to show you two absolutely fabulous disco lines to help get two really cool disco techniques down. Let's dive straight in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, despite my very socially unacceptable haircut, I've always loved disco music. I love the glitter, I love the booming brass, I love the soaring strings, and of course, I love the incredibly funky bass lines. I've even got my super funky P-bass in today for you specially. So, we're going to look at two songs. We're going to look at Filthy Gorgeous by the Scissor Sisters and YMCA by the Village People. These two tunes are really great for getting two essential techniques down, which are disco octaves and what I also call disco gallops or disco doubles, as you might hear them sometimes, which is basically an eighth followed by 2/16. So let's get to it. So just before we dive in and dine in on some delicious disco, check out the link below that will give you the free PDF of this lesson containing tablature and notation, showing you exactly what I'm doing with my hands with the bass. So the first bass line we're going to dive into is Filthy Gorgeous by Scissor Sisters. I can't believe this album is now 20 years plus old. I remember it coming out. It's an amazing album, so many great bass lines, and this is no exception. This tune utilizes a really satisfying octave pattern. There's actually only 4 notes in it. We've got the notes of C, A natural, B flat, and B natural. And it's basically just quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Filled in with some offbeat octave jumps. But in the initial instance, I would suggest doing it as single notes. Let's put the track on and I'll show you how to do the simplified version. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try them long. I'm going to try them short. You want to try and make sure that the bass drum and the bass guitar sound like one instrument. So once you're comfortable getting that quarter note groove down, we can add in our disco octaves that will make it sound so much more funky. So what I do is I play C with my first finger, and then I play the octave C. Now you can use your fourth finger. I generally prefer 4/3 because I'm a double bass player, but you can use third finger if you prefer. But we're going to go C to C, and I'm going to make sure to use one finger per string. So if I turn around a little bit, lean towards the camera. So my first finger's playing the A, my second finger's playing the G. If it's too difficult for you to fret the note in the first instance, just put the track on and just try playing the A and the G string like this. You want to try and make sure that you're as in time as possible with those drums. If you are comfortable with the timing, ready to move on to the rest of the pattern, here's how it goes. We go C to C, and then we have an open A, and then we have a fretted A, fret 2 on the G string, and I would suggest playing this with the second finger. Okay, so just to recap. Then we go to B flat, again, same pattern that we had with that C, and then up to B natural, and then back up to C. And that's pretty much the whole song. There is a B section with some other chords as well. That happens only a couple of times. 95% of the song is this. So here it is one more time with the glorious octave disco pattern. 2, 3, In terms of your articulation, you can have some real fun with this. What I tend to lean towards is I tend to play the first note a little bit longer than the second one. It's very, 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 very subtle, but I would start doing it in a sort of exaggerated sense. I'll play it through and I'll show you a big exaggeration of it. 1, 2, 3. All separate. All legato. Long and short. So have some fun with the articulation once you've got that right hand and left hand technique coordinated together.
Hey guys, it's James here from eBassGuitar. Now, I'm hijacking this video for good reason, because I want to ask you a quick favor. If you're not already subscribed to the eBassGuitar YouTube channel, please can you hit the red button, which is somewhere around this video. This will help us more than you know, because what it will mean is it will mean that we can keep growing the eBassGuitar YouTube channel. The more subscribers we've got to this channel, the more great free content we can keep putting out, and the more we can help the world go round and help bass players just like you. So please hit the red subscribe button, which is somewhere around this video. I'll let you crack on, Freddie.
So for our next song, YMCA, we're going to need to get another technique down. The disco doubles, or the disco gallops as they're sometimes referred to as. This is an 8th note followed by 2 16th notes. Here's how it sounds. So there you go. It's pretty groovy, isn't it? Let's unpack what's going on. So there are a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can go finger 1 on the lower note, and then finger 1 on the higher note, followed by finger 2, and then back to finger 1 again. I actually use another kind of technique. I go finger 1, finger 2, finger 1, and then I rake back to the first note. So it sounds like this. Okay, if I slow it right down, you'll actually hear this tiny little percussive note in the middle. Okay, that's if I really exaggerate it. And if you want to get this technique down, I'd actually suggest not fretting the note, just muting the strings and getting this kind of sound. You can hear as I speed up, you start to lose the note in the middle. Still quite a cool sound. You know, you can still use it as like fills or for other musical endeavors. So what we have is we have an 8th note followed by 2 16th notes and then 2 8th notes. This line's particularly nice because you've got that disco double and then you've got the 8th note to reset your motion. It's really exhausting if you're doing it for ages and ages and ages. So this is a really good sort of intermediate line to bridge that gap before attempting some other harder tunes. So just to slow that down. Like this. And like I mentioned before, with the rake through the middle string, what you can do is you can sort of angle your hands to avoid less of it. So I'll do it with a really exaggerated motion where I definitely hit that string. And then I'll try and do it with a less exaggerated motion where you're less likely to hear it. Sounds kind of weird, but you can hardly hear me raking through that at all. It takes a little while to get down, but it's immensely rewarding. So all of the chords in this song last for 2 bars, and almost all of them are connected on the last 2 beats by chromatic approach notes. So what we've got is we've got G flat for the 2 bars. Okay, then we have D flat, D natural, up to that E flat. More of the same. We have G flat, G natural, A flat. And we go straight to D flat. So from that final D flat line, we've actually got our filthy gorgeous pattern. E, F, G flat. It's really, really cool. It's just, you can see the same vocabulary is being used later on by the Scissor Sisters. They've obviously taken influence from YMCA in their bass line. It's really, really clever and really cool. So let's have another listen to it. you're struggling with getting these disco doubles down, one technique you can do that's really cool is you can use the thumb followed by 2 fingers. So you go thumb, 1, 2. So you go like this. Let's see how that sounds. If you really feel like a challenge, what you can do, rather than just going 1, 2, 3, you can actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 E and There's a fantastic British bass player called Mike Flynn who's absolutely awesome at this technique. Go check out his stuff if you're unfamiliar with him. But this is just for fun. This is not my area of expertise, but this is for those of you who want a real challenge. I'll do it with Filthy Gorgeous because I don't think I can do it with YMCA. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll build up to it. So this thumb and 1 finger. Thumb and 2. It's really hard stuff. Down, up, 1, 2, down, 2, down, up, 1, 2, down, up, 1, 2. It's not a technique for the faint-hearted, and clearly I need to do some work on it myself. So, as with any new technique, start slowly and build up gradually. You may need to slow the track down, try it with a metronome if you wish, but most importantly, have fun. So that's it for today. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have. If you want to find out more about disco techniques and fancy challenging yourself with some funky 16th note stuff, check out James's video on Donna Summer's I Feel Love. It will be somewhere around this video with the disco pose. That's everything from me. I've been Freddie from eBassGuitar. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please do hit that like and subscribe button so we can continue to get awesome content out to you every single week. Cheers, everyone.
So guys, that's the end of today's video. Massive thanks to Freddie. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you would like to learn more from Freddie, I've got some great news for you. Freddie is one of our eBassGuitar VIP coaches, and you can work with him one-to-one. To apply to do so, just head over to ebassguitar.com/VIP and fill out the application form. That's enough from me for today. I will see you guys next week.